And hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cyrus Webb Presents here in Louisville, Kentucky for our Louisville Conversations. We're excited to still be at the Kentucky Bourton Art Gallery. And we're here today with the owner of the gallery, Chris Yarbrough, is joining us today. He's going to talk to us not only about the vision for the gallery, but also what it's been like for him to see how creatives have been able to come together, to be able to display some great artwork. If you guys saw my reel earlier, you guys have seen some of the artwork there, but also the togetherness that has come out as well to bring the community in as well. We'll talk to Chris about some of the other ventures he's involved in. So if you guys have any questions or comments, make sure you guys do put those in the chat for us. We are live for you guys on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, X, as well as on Instagram. So glad you all could be with us. But Chris, thanks for the time, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate you for just having me on your show, Cyrus.
Well, look, we thank you for the great place. so that's it. So let's start there, man. This is a beautiful space here. Again, we're going to be showing more of the shots here from the art gallery. But what has it been like for you to see in 9 months how the community has been able to come together around it?
You know, it's really been amazing. Myself, I'm vice president of the Kentucky Bourton Art Gallery, and the president is Allison Denton. That's actually her on the keys that you guys hear. But this space is traditionally already a gallery, and so we just took our vision and ran with it. And I think the people saw our heart and passion, and the community just joined in, and we've been able just to uplift each other and provide a venue for people to be able to showcase their talent.
And it really seems to be, Chris, more than just about art, because the art is beautiful. Again, I've been showing some of that, but it really seems to be about community. Have you always been involved in the community?
I think coming from a community like Louisville, which is, I call it the biggest town in America, because it's not really a city to me, but it gives you that hometown, still small town feeling. So I come from a large family that help others. So I believe the community just kind of runs in my pedigree, runs in my bloodline, I would say.
Got you. And now, of course, people are able to be able to come here. And again, we appreciate you guys joining us. See you guys over there on YouTube, on IG. Hello to you, Manswell. Jesus Black Man 23. Hello to you. They'll be able to see you as well. Yes, Jesus Black Man art. You're right. You can see some of it behind us here. Also, I just did a great reel, Jesus Black Man. You can see some of the other artwork in the place as well. Dr. Smith, hello to you as well. So I want to talk about inspiration, because what I thought was really interesting when I walked in was that, this is a place where artists can come to showcase their work.
Yes.
It's a place for people to come who appreciate the arts. What has it been like to bring those two together?
It's been amazing just to be able to reach out to the different demographics amongst, we'll say, our people and other cultures as well. So just being able to bring them together has been amazing, and you really get to understand, I guess, the feeling of just helping people and seeing people be able to, we'll say, reap the rewards of us having the space, I think, is the biggest joy.
Mm-hmm. And this is something that is a community effort. And there's not just art. We had Fonz Brown on, who connected the two of us. He's someone who's very big in entrepreneurship and envision. Did it just seem obvious? You mentioned, of course, your family about giving back. Did it just seem like a no-brainer that you would be someone who'd want to build something to help other people?
Well, to be honest, that's not how it started. Inspiration. I'm always inspired by Bourbon. Entrepreneurship runs my bloodline. So I guess the inspiration as far as being an entrepreneur is just automatically just in me. My father, he was a local entrepreneur. He had a coffee shop / restaurant where he didn't serve red meat. Mm-hmm. And it was pretty cool. He passed, but he had, he was on his way to just being we'll say, a prolific restaurant. Had a lot of features in the Courier. That's the local newspaper here. But just, I believe, it just runs in my bloodline. But you always go for profit, and that's for me. I always go for profit, and the way things kind of turn out, it ends up just for you to actually be able to receive your true blessing. Sometimes it's not even money. It may just be a person or a resource, or just, you never know, a network. But you have to just be able to open what you have, be able to give. And I think when you do that, then the blessings just fall in line.
Such a great point. And you mentioned Bourbon. When you get more into that, we see some sitting right here in front of it. And this is his, y'all. It's not mine. But but I just want to let you guys know I didn't come to Kentucky with it. But we're definitely going to talk to you more about that. I want to say, for those who are just tuning in, to see you guys on the Amazon side as well, welcome. You all are watching Cyrus Represents Louisville Conversations, what we're calling this. You guys can see it there on the screen. We're here with Chris Yarbrough today. We're talking with him not only about the place that we're sitting in right now, which is the Kentucky Bourton Art Gallery, but also you were talking about the connection with Bourbon. We see some of it here. Talk to us about Bourbon and your family and the connection there.
Okay, so we are from Louisville, Kentucky. Excuse me, Kentucky being the, we'll say, Bourbon headquarters. The origin of Bourbon is from Kentucky. It has, for you to have true bonded and bottled bourbon has to be made in Kentucky, distilled in Kentucky, bottled in Kentucky, and bonded in Kentucky, which means aged as well. So my brother is, we'll say, a global entrepreneur. He lived in Europe for 13 to 14 years. He has dual citizenship. He exported and imported moonshine and ciders. So he would import ciders and export the fine spirits that Kentucky has to offer. Dealing with that, he was able to identify, I'll say, the trading system or the distribution system, because things move on crates when you go international. Just he was able to understand just the distribution network between the States and Europe as far as alcohol and liquor, and just he was able to take advantage of it. Being from Kentucky, he recognized. He said, "Hey, I have a brother that is a chemist. I have another brother who's into marketing. I can have one brother make it, one brother market, and Vic, he does numbers. He's the CEO, so he pretty much takes care of any type of business. He does it all because he's been doing it way before we have. But he just knew he had the pieces to be able to make it happen. He learned the education and knowledge from Europe, then he brought it here, and now we have Bro Brothers Distillery.
Love that. And again, you can see some of it there. Hello to you, Verna. Going to be able to see you over on the Facebook side as well. Glad that you can be able to join us. And again, I appreciate you guys that are tuning in over on YouTube as well. Thank you so much for that. Again, while we're here in Louisville, Kentucky. So, Chris, for yourself, I want to talk about vision, because you've created a place here with the art gallery for people to share their own vision. What has it been like for you to see your own visions come to life?
I'll say it's surreal. It's still happening. Just planning and preparation, I think, is just key. But I'll say it's a surreal feeling, and your focus, I'll say, changes, because when you start to, I'll say, accomplish things and things come in line, and you start reaching your goals, and you got to write more goals and new goals, and then your focus sometimes changes. So just really trying to stay, I'll say, focus on what truly drives me. So which is just basically just being a provider for my family, being able to help people. So that's always my focus. So I always try to put myself in position to be able, I'll say, to be a table for folks.
Wow. So I want to talk about the feature then. Again, it's only been 9 months, that you've been able to see the vision grow here with the Kentucky Bourton Art Gallery. What do you see coming? What would you like to see happen here?
So actually, I believe we're going to shift, and we're going to pay more attention to the artist, Secret, which is Allison. She's the president here. But so we're going to just start doing a lot of open mic nights and a lot of local artists, and she'll be doing a lot. We'll say she'll play a lot of events here, but we're going to go. I think we're going to delve more into music and have the visual art and the actual art pieces, physical mediums, just let those be the background for the musical artists.
Love that.
We're going more into a microphone atmosphere.
Love that. And I like that too for another reason, Chris, because I think, when people think, and I think it's changed now, but when people used to think about artists, they only thought about visual. They didn't think about the spoken word. They didn't think about all the other ways that people are involved creatively. Is that kind of what you hope happens here with the gallery? Kind of becomes a place where everyone can find a home?
Yeah, that's definitely the goal. I believe once we almost forget the different forms of art. I think through our culture, a lot of times, where we say other cultures try to devalue, I think, the art that we have naturally. So we'll just say a lot of us are so creative, so the spoken word is in a lot of people in our culture. So And that is a huge value that I think is not appreciated, and we need to uplift that with just as much value as this piece behind us. But you know, when you're talking about words and substance, sometimes it frightens people. So being able to bring in those people with a voice and that has actually some substance behind their voice, it's going to be very exciting just to be able to provide a hub for those true, I'll say, true artists of the spoken word.
Love that. Love that. Well, it definitely gives us something to look forward to. Dr. Velma, hello to you. Good to see you as well. Really exciting things, Chris. So let our viewers know, how can they kind of stay connected with everything that's happening here and also be able to contact you?
Follow us on Facebook at the Kentucky Bourton Art Gallery. You can plug in with us personally, Instagram 24/7 Fly, and the Official Secret on Instagram as well. We will be sending out letters. We have emails, Chris at KentuckyBourbon.com, Allison at KentuckyBourbonArt.com. But just follow us on Facebook. That's where we do a lot of our announcements. And just if you're in the Louisville, Kentucky area, always stop by. And if you're not, KentuckyBourbonArt.com. And you guys feel free to go ahead and follow Bro Brothers at everything at Bro Brothers. X, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Google us. Check out some of our interviews. Been on CNN, MSNBC, CNBC, Fox. We've had a lot of national publications, but we're here to stay. We have just a lot of exciting times. I look forward to seeing you. I'm normally in a suit on my interview, so I look forward to seeing you again. We can do the interview at the distillery. Okay. You'll see another side of me.
No, this has been great, man. Thank you again, Chris.
Absolutely.
Really appreciate the time. And we thank you all for tuning into this episode of Cyrus Webb Presents, part of our Louisville Conversations. Until next time, you all make it a great one. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.